Hello my friends, this is Tropical and I'm giving you another Starcraft 2 cast. This one's going to be between Voritx and Empire's Kas. These Empire Kas is over here on the left side is Terran, and Voritx over here on the right with Zerg. They're on the map Newkirk City. I'm throwing out the little friendly GLHF. Newkirk City is one of the newer maps. It's kind of an interesting, oh, you can see it's the first time Empire Kas has played on this. Kind of an interesting map because you have this watchtower right here, which is going to be within like this little range of units coming up around, but then you also have this as well up here, this little watchtower, and it kind of really doesn't do much. I mean, you could take it and you could kind of watch units coming around this area, but I mean, unless you're going to be watching the, I don't know, maybe the 4th or 5th expand, I mean, I don't see much use of it. You can see they're just kind of chatting away at each other. They probably know each other now. Both these players are pretty prolific in Europe. Voritx is from Spain, and he's the brother of Lucifer. I'm sure you've seen both of them in several MLGs and major tournaments around. Kas is from Ukraine, and I was thinking about it. There's a lot of really good players from Ukraine. Kas has posted multiple games against the well-known Whiterun, has done pretty well, knocking him in out of several Ukrainian tournaments. Voritx himself has done the same, or he's pretty prolific. He used to be an undead player in Warcraft 3, which is one of my favorite games of all time. I love Warcraft 3. It's a blast, and I highly recommend that you guys play that game, as well as Starcraft and Starcraft 2. They're all very fun. And as we see a fast expand out of, well, just kind of a standard expand out of Voritx. We'll see if he takes a quick third. That'll be something a bit more notable. There's a barracks opening for Kas, and still no refineries taking A. He's probably looking just to get enough money to create another command center. There it is. There's the quick third out of Voritx. Quick third before even a spawning pool. That's pretty interesting. What? It's pretty, you know, it's very greedy, but there's not a huge amount of pressure that Kas can be putting on. I mean, if he came out with maybe a couple barracks and was really pushing it, he could probably stop this from really getting established. But right now, with him saving up the money for his own expo, then we can see that this probably will pay off for Voritx himself. And there's a spawning pool coming down right now with one extractor. We have here still no refineries for Kas himself, and Depot's already starting to wall himself in, and ooh, looks like a interesting placement for the barracks. I wonder what he's going to be doing with that. We see 5 Marines kind of patrolling out around the middle of the map. Looks like they might be pressuring. Let's see. Oh wait, he's got that rallied all the way over here. Looks like he is going to be trying to pressure this third base, knowing it's gotten up. And so if Voritx can't do anything to stop that, then there's no way he's going to be really. He might just have to sack that expansion. But I mean, 5 Marines, if he gets a queen up and a couple Zerglings, then he should be able to handle, or should be able to save this just fine. Some more refineries on the way. Here it is. Here's the command center. Looks like we have a third one up for him, as well as he's finally taking his. 2 more. So what do we got? Total of 1, 2. All right, just 2 barracks right now for Kas. We see Marines just piling up inside the front of the Vortix's. Oh, that's interesting. Vortices, a couple bases, and it looks like they're going to be pressuring the natural. That queen better get out of the way. Oh man, she got the creep tumor as well. Going to be taking down this with really nothing to stop this. The queen and the drones will be marching their way on over to the third. And they'll just pretty much show the Marines that there's a third up here. Hopefully this will give, with the Marines coming back and forth, he'll be able to get enough time up for some Zerglings. But it looks like he's going to prevent just some sort of mining time, takes out an Overlord, and just kind of continues on this harass. It looks like the drones are getting in on the action along with some Zerglings and the Queen, and these Marines will be cleaned up. Was it worth it? Let's see, they kind of lost some equal amount of units. He prevented some mining time on these 3 bases with the Marine pressure, but I mean, in the end, looks like there's only 1 drone right now on the natural, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, he's kind of preventing Voritx from taking advantage of having 3 bases this early, but not much after that. You see some Zerglings were poking up to see if Kas had taken his own 3rd, but as we see, that command center is still just hanging out in the main. Two engineering bays on the way, getting +1/+1, and still just tons of Marines being built. Finally, a reactor is going down. We see the tech lab not producing anything, but it's out there. It's out there, probably getting ready for some stim or combat shield. There we go, there's stim. And we see +1/+1 again for on the other side of the map with the Zerg player. And a Baneling nest on the way. That's pretty interesting. I'm glad there's going to go Banelings in this matchup. I really enjoy the micro involved with trying to get splitting Marines and trying to get Banelings from the back. It all makes for a very interesting and a fun matchup to watch, I think. Really makes it a good spectator sport when the Banelings and Marines are kind of dodging up and about each other. Okay, we see that. We'll see what else we got. We got a factory on the way for Kas, and another barracks. Right now, he's got the Marauder up there. That'll be good for tanking some Baneling hits. Not too much. We still don't see any refineries taken besides the first one, so it looks like he's not going to be really pushing for mutas right now. If we were to see, there we go. There's a couple more refineries coming, or I should say extractors. Sorry, coming down for the Zerg player. Maybe. We'll see, probably just getting ready for some Infestor play. Some Infestor lockdown on Marine balls with Banelings are pretty awesome to see. Oh, we see Creep Turn. The Creep Spread's alright right now for Vortex. He's not going to be able to get this real speed needed for some defense. If he needed to wrap real quickly down to the 3rd with the Banelings, he's going to be unable to do that right now. Especially since we saw that the Starport is on the way. If Kas were to go for some drop play with the Marines, he's going to have a hard time getting all the way up to the 3rd from probably the natural or the main with the Banelings. I mean, the Zerglings themselves would do well, but I mean, these Banelings kind of rolling around or crawling themselves around on the ground aren't going to be there quickly enough. And a 4th base for for Vortex coming up on the way. And just the same time, it looks like Kas is getting his 3rd started. So we're not really seeing much action right now, just the kind of the Marines poking and prodding at the very beginning of the game. And some Banelings moving out as well. So I'm interested to see what he's going to do with this 4th up here. If he's going to be able to connect that, or how is he going to transfer into anything. We see +2/+2 for the Zerg players. Baneling speed. Here's the Spire on the way. For the Zerg player. Spire, where is that Spire? Maybe put it in the natural? No. There's the infestation pit, so looks like he's going to be trying to go for, I would say, Broodlord Infestor, just to kind of shut down on the little bio army that Kas has going on right now. Looks like he started his 2v2, which is going to be kind of late compared to, well, a little bit late compared to the Zerg's 2-2. We see the Marines and Marauders just kind of rolling around out front. Again, a lot of these Marauders are going to do in the front. It's going to be really nice to tank those Baneling hits, especially with the medevac support. And we see a couple of medevacs being loaded up, getting ready to do some drop play, which is going to be always interesting to watch. This 4th base is now up and established. Well, not established, it's up, and drones are starting to be transferred. There is 3 in the gas, so yeah. Voritx is really looking for some of those high tier units. We saw Infestors on the way, and some Spore Crawlers going down. Looks like, ooh, +1 tank weapons are coming up. There's a tank right there, going down to join his fellow friends. This is huge, yeah. There we go, and then we got the drop coming down. The Infestor looks like they already know about this. It'll be interesting. Up, he's up. Let's see if he can get the up. He's got the fungal, and the Queen's getting it down. He's gonna get another. Oh, this is not good for Empire Kas. Oh, he's even a little bit upset about that. That's real bad. That's 2 full drop hits. I don't think he might have. I don't know if he really killed anything else. We have some more units pushing out across the map. With this kind of play with the speed Banelings and the Infestors, these bio units are going to struggle to really handle anything out in the front of the map. We got a 5th right now just being created, and an established 4th base. Voritx is just rolling in the cash right now. He is exactly where he wants to be. A 6th base as well. A 6th base on the way, while Kas is just starting his 4th. So yeah, Voritx once again is really just exactly where he wants to be. Let's see, he's got 39 Marines, 75 Zerglings out there, more SCVs, even 79 SCVs for Empire Kas, and 88 drones for Voritx. There you go, the Bio Army is once again trying to establish this watchtower, so we see the drop play up there, kind of keeping an eye on this 4th base, but with the spine crawlers there, I don't think he's going to do much with that kind of a small force. Oh, here we might have a huge engagement right here between these two forces, but Kas knows when he's going to be outclassed, especially with this amount of infestors, and Zerglings and Banelings. This is just a two nice fungals, 3 or 4 nice fungals. It's really just going to shut down this huge bio army. There's going to be little he can do. And see this small little Zergling. The Marine force is going to push back the Zerglings. I guess he saw this coming up. We got some splits going on, and we're going to see a nice little bit of engage. We got some Corruptors on the way to pick off those medevacs and to transfer into Broodlords when he gets a chance in. Kas is going to be going straight for this 4th, and there's the stim. The Zerglings are coming in from the front. He has this little, he can probably go around if he'd like, but right now he's just hanging out when Voritx is throwing some guys into this little fire line right here. You see he takes out the 4th. Since he's got the 5th and 6th base already established, he can transfer over there, but he's going to wait until they go. These tanks are left unsieged, and the Zerglings are going to go in. He takes out 1, 2 tanks. Oh yeah, 2 tanks. And they're going to be more 3 tanks. Their bio army is going to run away. And it's about a... Oh boy, here are the Broodlords. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 Broodlords right now. Are there any other across the map? We got 9 Broodlords total. 7 with that army. So Empire Kas letting them get Broodlords up at that 17-minute mark. He really just let him have his way with it. I don't know how much he can really... How much he's really going to be able to defend this. I mean, he's got a planetary fortress right here. Some more coming up. We got some more drops going out. Another base going down for Empire Kas. And yeah, with this army, this is just a death ball kind of army. You just have to kind of march this in, get a couple nice fungals in. This poor little bio army that Kas has got is just gonna fall quickly. He's got some Vikings up, that's not bad. I don't see many Corruptors. I mean, he's got the Infestors to deal with the Vikings. The Broodlords are engaging on this side. Looks like we might have a nice little engage right here. The Vikings are picking off the Broodlords and the Corruptor. Oh, this Corruptor, don't get stuck out there. Oh, looks like he got enough Vikings to one-shot a Corruptor, or did a couple of Marines get in there? Oh well, he's got some infested Terrans down here, some little bio armies picking him out, but the Broodlords, is he gonna get this Broodlord? No, he gets a couple of, looks like he's sending little suicide squads to try and pick off the Infestors, and we might have a huge engagement right here. The Broodlords, are they gonna engage? A Thor? No, this poking back. Oh, the amount of Vikings right now is just handling these poor Broodlords. These Corruptors are going to be able to do nothing. The Planetary Fortress is taking damage but being mass repaired. And this is like there's just nothing the Zerg army can do. Oh, what a massive fungal. Look at the infested Terrans underneath. But it's not going to save. There's still Broodlords left. Another fungal on these. Yeah, these guys are going down. Even with the Planetary Fortress support. The Vikings are still alive. The Queens are going down. These Broodlords, we got 3 Vikings, several Infestors, some Terrans going down to protect them. Not much. And we got a drop up here with some Marauder drops. They're going to be handled by some Zerglings. We got another drop returning over here. Looks like he took out many of the minerals but left the hive up. We got tons of Zerglings streaming in. This battle is still going on, this little frontline battle over here. This lasted quite a long time. It's a good thing that the bodies don't stay right here. It would be just real gross down there. Zerg and Terran bodies all over the place. He does lose a planetary fortress right here, but this base is still safe. He's throwing out some more command centers. On Voritx, you know, he's saved some drones. He's still established these bases that got established These 2 bases that got established earlier are still there, waiting to just be replenished when he runs out of minerals in the main or the natural. Now these Zerglings are going to be pushed back after this nice little battle over here. Looks like another drop play is going down. Mainly Marauders and some Marines. A Zergling watching that spot right there. We had massive amounts of SCVs. Looks this drop is coming down here. And it looks like he wants to pick off, but there is going to be some Zerglings waiting for him. Is he going to run into them? Does he know it's coming? Oh, looks like we got chitinous plating for some Ultralists coming in. I love Ultralists. I'm really excited for how good they are in Heart of the Swarm with their pure damage to everything. Along with that drop, we have another engage up here, but the Zerg... Oh, there they are. Do they want it? Oh, the tanks get caught out in the open, and the Ultralists, they don't want to go in. They don't want to do it. Not right now. But this... Uh-oh, this drop right here is coming down to take out the hive. That is not good. If he does not have another... If he does not have another one established, it's going to take him a long time to get one. There we go. He's morphing it into a layer, but it's still going to take some time to get back up to the hive. So he might lose all this. If it's not, then right now he's going to lose some of it. But he still has the production buildings going on. So he still has the Ultralist cabin, the infestation pit. I believe the... Where is that? I still have not found the Greater Spire. I wonder where that went. Oh well, it's somewhere around here. And then we have massive army movement out here. The tanks have been established. With the Ultras, these Vikings right now are pretty much useless. The tech switch right there, he's kept this drop right there kept alive a little bit. But like I was saying, with this amount of Ultras, these Vikings that Kas now has supply in are really useless right now. There's not much they can do. If he can keep them alive, maybe if he goes for the tech switch. There you are. Let's see, this is still alive. And that drop shut down. If you could try and pick that off, that wouldn't be too bad. He's gonna drop him on the high ground. Yeah, see, there he goes. He's going to pick this off. That'd actually be a really important building to take down, but maybe take some good amount of time to get that back up. Because he still has, there's the layer. Still don't have a hive on the way. Still Ultralisks are on the way. Like I said, even though he lost that main building, he still has the production buildings, and he can still build the Ultras. Looks like he's getting this planetary fortress back up again, Kas. And the space is once again established for Vortex. So now they, after their heavy blows thrown in, and this, wow, this drop has just been a pain in the butt for Vortex this whole time. He did not get the Greater Spire though, but even though it's bleeding, he'll be able to repair it or heal itself back up on that creep. Zerg +1 missiles is on the way, probably for those infested Terrans. Looks like they're Terran ship weapons. So there's another drop up here trying to take this out, and the Zerglings are streaming nicely into the fire lane, and a Baneling hit, but the majority still gets picked up for the drop. The planetary fortress down there still nicely. This base is just nicely mining away for Empire's Kas, and this base, again, I don't think this base hasn't been touched. Yeah, this base has not been touched. Look at this mass amount of orbitals. He can start sacking SCVs and just keeping up his production with the, there's, yeah, see, look how many mules are down. Oh, alright, tons of mules. We have some Zerglings streaming up here. He's going to catch that, but both players are going to see what's happening. And finally, the Zerglings stream into this area, but I mean, they're going to get a couple depots and some planetaries that'll be able to lift, or orbitals that'll be able to lift up, so there's not much to lose. So here are these Vikings again, just kind of flying around. There's not much they can do up there. Yeah, these Zerglings are just kind of running amok right now. So we got some SCVs. Here you go. These SCVs are pissed, and they don't want these guys to mine. Uh-oh. This Ultralist did not feel like saving them. Another drop down in this base. Mass Zerglings are gonna might be able to clean it up if he gets them around, but Kas will probably be able to pick them up. These Zerglings are finally cleaned up in here. He lost some supply depots, but as you can see, that did not drop him at all, and there's no minerals left over here. So it was a nice trade for Empire Kas. He lost this non-producing base for this up-and-running base for Vortex. So if he can continue to do that, he should do pretty well. And I would not want to be these Marauders. Look how many Ultras are in that way. They are done for. And look at the mass amount of Corruptors right now. So we see those Vikings, probably if he kept them alive, they're going to be helpful. And there'll be some Zerglings streaming down, and look at this. This is a crazy amount of Corruptors. I wonder if he's going to be able to morph them into Broodlords. So we have the Greater Spire on the way. 2 more Marauders picking away. They got the bad job. They're not needed in that force. Planetary Fortress owning some Zerglings. And now several tanks moving out across. Ooh, we got battle cruisers on the way. It's always a good game when you have battle cruisers, no matter who wins. As long as there's battle cruisers, it's a good game of StarCraft 2. We have some Zerglings. Zerglings. Looks like we have some SCVs that like to think they're Zerglings by streaming out across the map, and they do not want these ultras to be alive. And they look like they're... It's a little foot race right there. When they're up, now he gives up on them. This guy, he's going into unfriendly territory. And these ultras are streaming up around here to another command center. This base, he's putting some pressure on this base, but I mean, these can just be lifted. There's not much ultras can do. He doesn't want to just lose these ultras unless he's clearing up some room for broodlords, and looks like he's got plenty of broodlords right now with more morphing on the way. Plenty of upgrades still going on. We got the Behemoth reactor. We have Terran ship levels, weapons level 2. 4 battle cruisers on the way. Where are those battle cruisers popping up? Where are you? Ah, there they are. Alright, that's pretty exciting. Everyone loves a game with battle cruisers. Well, they're going to be able to handle both the... Well, the broodlords can't really do anything against them, and neither can the ultras that are kind of running around. Oh, what is he? He's just kind of checking out this area. It's a little interesting. Okay, now he's sending that guy down there. And he's going to be up here just to hug these orbital commands to death. And this army right here, this is a slow-moving army. It's going to be slow-moving battle cruiser army versus slow-moving broodlord army. And, you know, how many corruptors we got? We got 6 corruptors right now. I mean, if focused down by the Vikings, and Soldier's having a time of his life right now. Well, just kind of get it picked apart. Yeah, I think this right now. Oh, we got Ravens as well. I think that even though he's got this amount of broodlords and an ultra list, the Ravens, both of the top tier units are unable to attack the flying battle cruisers and Ravens of the Terran army, and so these are just going to rip them apart. And here we go, more Zergling SCVs streaming out across the map. Looks like there's a drop up here. Ooh, they might be able to pick off 2 ultra lists, which actually be pretty nice for both players. Losing the ultra list right there will free up some supply, and these poor SCVs, they were not needed anymore. So we are going up against the broodlings of the... That's a pretty interesting battle. SCVs versus broodlings. We know who's going to win, but that doesn't mean we can't root for the SCVs every once in a while. And once again, this base goes down. Look at that. The full energy infestors. That's going to be, well, except for this guy, but this is going to be a pain in the butt for the Terran army. But this is a massive amount of army. These battle cruisers can be also a pain for Voritx to deal with. He doesn't have anything that can really handle them right now. I mean, he's got how many corruptors? Oh, we have. Oh wait, he might have freed up the ultras to get this supply of corruptors. That many corruptors is gonna be tough for the Terran to deal with, unless he lands some pretty sweet seeker missiles on those corruptors. And if he does, ooh, we got a pretty nice spread right now. Then we might be seeing this switch either way. He's got some infested Terrans, kind of probably as meat shields right now. Looks like we're gonna have this is gonna be the battle. We have some seeker missiles on the corruptors. Is what I was saying. We can take down those corruptors right away with the seeker missiles, and it's gonna be just a shooting gallery for the battle cruisers. And oh, look at the supply drop for Vortix. 100, 107, 105. 50 supply up, and look at that, even more battle cruisers joining the fight. GG! The battle cruiser Raven Thor army of Empire Kas just hands it to the broodlord Ultralisk army of Vortix. There was nothing that they could do. These Vikings and just no amount of corruptors, especially when they clumped up and got hit by those seeker missiles. There is just nothing that they can do. It was just a slaughter. He just walked right into the firing range of the Terran army. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this game. It was definitely pretty fun to watch, and I hope you guys stay tuned for more games. Alright, this is Tropical signing out.